All right, guys, we are here for a Mask Monday. These are get to know me questions. It's going to be two parts. There, because it's 50 questions altogether, so I'm going to split it up and do 25 and 25. Charmaine actually did the first 25 last week, if you watched her, and she did the last 25 this week. She's the one that gave me the questions. I know she got tagged by Erica Conjure and Alice Lynn. I love being a Grammy, so I will link them down below as well. Their videos were, from what Charmaine told me, she was tagging them back in like October, so it was a while ago, but definitely go check them out in general. All right, so let's get to the questions, because I am posting this late. It's already 8:30. I'm sorry, guys. I have not been on the ball lately. What does my name mean? So my name's kind of boring for its meaning. I know Charmaine's was beautiful. I don't remember exactly what she said last week. But my name is an occupation. So if you look up Taylor, even if you spell it like the my name version, which is Taylor, it literally says Taylor is from French origin and used to be, not used to be, is an occupation, and it means to cut, which is Tailor, which is the occupation of being a tailor, and it's literally when you fix clothing, you not alter, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, when you go for alterations, like when you're getting married and stuff, they're the ones that will, like, hem your dress or your pants, take something in, take something out. So that's it, nothing pretty. I will say I was named after Taylor Dane, though, which was a singer in the 90s. I don't really know who she is, but clearly my mom did, and my mom enjoyed her because I was born in 1991, right at the beginning of the 90s. My sign, I am a Leo. I am a summer baby. I tell you guys all the time, I love summer. That is a fire sign. I know my sign is the lion. I feel I do fit some things, but definitely not others, because I am not someone who likes drama. And I don't know about being center of attention. Like, depends on the situation, I like to be appreciated, and I like, to people to actually look at me and listen to me, but, I'm not someone who wants to be stared at, that's for sure. Because a lot of times I just like, oh, they're looking at me because I'm fat. Shoe size. I'm usually an 8.5. If they don't have half sizes, I usually size up, not down. Birthmarks. So I have quite a few of them. I don't have like any big specific one. I just have a lot of like, little brown dots kind of thing. I don't know if you guys can see literally that one right now on my arm. No, it's like, there you go. See that little brown dot? I do have some on my chest that are more prominent. You guys can't even see it because it's getting cut off. I used to joke around back in high school, when I was, more naive and trying to get men's attention the wrong way. I used to be like, oh, I could tell how low cut my shirt is depending on how many birthmarks you can see, because I have like 2 on each breast, but 2 like 1 on each side is closer to the nipple. So you know what I'm trying to say there. But yeah, nothing like super major for a birthmark, just little brown spots like that. I do have webbed toes though, so that is definitely something different. Pets. I have 2 cats. You guys used to see Smokey a lot in the original videos. I used to film in my bedroom, and she'd be chilling on my bed. We got her in 2020 when I started the channel. And then we got Mango this past summer, so he's going to be a year soon. And he's the little orange cat that pops up sometimes. And one day he was like literally like on the shelf behind me. And then I technically have a dog. When I moved out of my parents, though, I kept her there, and she is in good, loving hands because my mom is obsessed with her, and my mom no longer works, so Evie's never alone, where if she lived here, she would be alone, so I did what was best for her, and I still see her all the time. Something I got teased about as a kid. My weight, especially middle school. Those were 3 horrible years for me. I was miserable. I could not wait to leave that school. I got made fun of so much. And then high school was such a different experience. I'm so thankful for that, because I was scared it was going to be a continuation of that, and it wasn't. Something I'm scared of. A lot of things. Scary movies, heights, bees, spiders, all bugs in general. I'm scared of almost everything. I'm a big scaredy cat. I literally cannot watch a scary movie. It gives me bad dreams. I start to imagine, like, things, like, there was a while where I was, like, paranoid, and I used to have to, like, check my shower when I got into the bathroom, because I'm like, what if someone's hiding in the shower? Do you guys have these thoughts, or is that just me? I'm an anxious person, so, the thoughts in this head sometimes, so, yeah, but, I was scared of driving for a very long time. You guys know I didn't get my license till later in life. I'm still not a fan of it, but I wouldn't say I'm scared of it. Smells that remind you of childhood. I would say, I don't know. I can't think. I guess I would say fresh baked bread, because that was the original, like, as soon as I heard that question. But it makes it sound like my parents actually baked bread, and they don't. But, like, especially my grandfather, every single Sunday for a very long time, he would go to the bakery early Sunday morning, because he knew I would go over there for breakfast. And I would go there for breakfast every Sunday for a while. It was up until my first job when I turned 20, because then I had to start working there on Sunday mornings. But he used to go every Sunday. And then after me, actually, my cousin did it for a little while. Maybe she just wanted to keep the tradition going that they always had, like, a grandchild with them on Sundays. But he would bring fresh baked bread from the bakery, from a Portuguese bakery, fresh baked Portuguese bread. And it was so good with cheese and butter, and so good. So that smell reminds me of my childhood. It reminds me of my grandfather. My parents too always had fresh baked bread. Now my dad even works at a bakery, so that has always been a big, like, staple in our household. Fresh baked Portuguese bread. Met someone famous. I haven't met someone famous. Not really. No. No. I can't think of anybody really. Like, there is this it depends on your definition of famous. There's this comedian, but they only speak Portuguese. It's a Portuguese comedian, and they're from Portugal. They blew up in 2020 because they started making videos online, and they go Facebook Live all the time. They are hilarious, and they ended up coming here where I live, because, like I tell you guys all the time, I'm in Massachusetts. There's a huge Portuguese community here, and they did a comedy show here. I went last year with Joe's mom because she loves this comedian. And they did, like, a one-on-one. We got to meet him and take pictures with him. So yeah, I guess that's the most famous person I met, but not super famous unless you know Portuguese comedians. Kids. No, I do not have kids. Me and Joe joke around, but the cats are our kids. Fave breakfast cereal. I am not a big cereal person. I never really have been. I've never been a big breakfast person, to be honest with you guys. I very rarely eat breakfast food. Like, going out for breakfast is not my thing. My mom loves it. That's, like, her favorite meal of the day. I'd rather have, like, a meal. Like, let's go for lunch. Let's go for dinner. Even if sometimes if we'll go somewhere, we'll go a little later, like, close to 11. She'll get breakfast. I'll get lunch. I've never really been, like, into eggs. Like, I'm someone I just don't even want to eat in the morning. If I do eat, it's, like, a yogurt or a granola bar. So, I'm not a big cereal person, but if I had to pick a cereal, there's, like, two that come to mind, and it's Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Chips Ahoy. We don't have it in the house very often, but once in a blue moon, if we do, I honestly usually eat it as, like, a late night snack versus a breakfast food. Scars. The only scar I have, which I don't even know if it's technically a scar, it may eventually fade, but it is taking a very long time to fade. Unfortunately, you guys aren't even gonna really see. You see that mark right there? Oh, sorry guys. If you watch my self-care Sunday and my outfits of the week, you know I'm sick. But anyway, that line that you guys literally just saw, right there, literally. I told you guys I used to work with behavioral children. There are moments where I've been bit, spit, kicked, awful things like that, but I did love my job. It was very rewarding. It wasn't an everyday thing, thank God, or I don't think I would have made it 3 years. But there was an incident, and this is why I feel like I wonder they got me good, because this was, like, back in October, because you guys know I left that job in December. This was either October or November. One of the students she just got me right, and she loved to scratch, and she used to dig her nails in. And she did that, and it took a very long time to heal. It's, like, officially flat, but you can see the mark is definitely still there. I don't think it'll be a permanent thing. I think it's just going to take a very, very, very long time to fade. It is like almost there at this point, but that's probably the only scar I have. I've never had like a broken bone or a surgery or anything like that. So I don't really have anything that would give me a scar. So that's like the closest thing I got. And the next question, surgery. And like I just said, I've never had any surgery or broken bones or anything like that. The only surgery I've ever been involved in was a C-section that my mom had me with. 3 biggest pet peeves. I hate being spoken over. Like when I'm in the middle of talking and somebody just like talks over me, annoys me. I hate repeating myself, depending on the situation. For my job, I repeat myself a lot. I'm totally fine with that. I know the kids have special needs. I am a special education teacher. It's more with people in my everyday life. And usually the only reason I hate repeating myself is because I know they're not listening to me. So I feel like I'm wasting my time by trying to talk to them. And Joe is the number one person that I have to repeat myself with a lot. And I try to be patient and remember that he does have ADHD, so it is hard for him to focus sometimes. But that is honestly my biggest pet peeve, is being talking over, someone not listening to me, having to repeat myself. Like, those go right through me. I also hate when people are on my ass when I'm driving. I literally have stickers on my car that say, please be patient, new driver. I'm not even a new driver anymore because I've been driving for like 3 years. But I left those in my car on purpose because I feel like when those stickers aren't on the car, cars will literally be on top of me because I do drive the speed limit. Like, there's the speed limit for a reason. And don't get, sometimes I'll go over. Like, I'm not perfect. But because they want to go 20 miles over the speed limit, go around me then, you know? I hate people like that. The car I own. That's a whole nother story. But I do own a Mitsubishi Lancer. You guys, if you watched my self-care Sunday, you know that I just went to the mechanics with it on Wednesday. Guess where I was today after work and why I'm filming this video so late. Yeah, I was at the mechanics again. My brother's house, basically. I was late because he's my mechanic, if you don't watch this channel. I was leaving work and I noticed smoke coming out of my hood. Thankfully, it was something fixable. But me and my brother have been talking because my car is causing a lot of issues. You know, I've only kept it as long as I've kept it because thankfully he is a mechanic, so the fixes are really cheap. If it wasn't for him, I would have got rid of that car a long time ago. But I am going to start looking into getting a new car very soon. So I won't be driving a Mitsubishi Lancer for very long, hopefully. What you find attractive in a mate. I am super attracted to someone who knows what they want. I don't like playing games, especially as I got older. Like, my first boyfriend, you know, I was only 20, but like when I was single after him, when I was 26, you know, like, I'm 26, I'm ready to settle down, I'm ready to start my life, like, don't play games with me. And Joe was very like, I want you. Like, he pursued me, he knew what he wanted, he went after it, and that was one of the most attractive qualities in him. My license, I told you guys already, I was an anxious driver. I did not get my license until I was 26, so I've only been driving for about 3-4 years. It was a big hurdle to get over, but I did it eventually. It just took time and practice. My first pet was a cat. We did have mostly cats growing up, but then we had like 2 or 3 cats when I was like little. And then when I hit like middle school age, we got a dog. We had just the dog for a while, and then he passed away, and then I got my own dog. But like I said, she lives at my mom's. But I love both cats and dogs. Cats are just a little easier because you don't have to take them out. But my first pet growing up was a cat. The sickest I've ever been. Thankfully, I am very lucky. I've never had any like major illnesses. Like my brother is like asthmatic. I remember when he had an asthma attack and he was in the hospital a long time. I've never even had like a hospital stay other than when I was a baby, you know, when I was born. The only thing I can think of for that is I did have an allergic reaction when I was, I don't even remember it. It's stories my mom tell me. I was either 2 or 3. That's when I found out I was allergic to kiwi. I still am. And she said I literally was turning blue. She had to rush me to the emergency room, but I did not stay overnight, so it wasn't a hospital stay. I also had a really bad fever. Again, I was like 3 or 4. My temp, I think, got to like 103. My mom was so scared. She took me straight to the emergency room. But that was it. Other than when I was like a toddler, I had, thank God, you know, other than the simple cold and flu, you know what I mean? I haven't had like, I haven't been super, super sick. Oh, I'm the stomach bug, awful, but you know, there's definitely worse things out there. Sorry guys, I lost my place with the questions. Let me scroll up here. Okay. Favorite slang word. I don't, Joe, what's my favorite slang word? What word do I use the most?
Think you really.
I know. Joe's like, you don't really use slang words. I really don't. YOLO? I don't know. Oh my god. I know, I don't ever say YOLO. But I like the idea of it, you know, you only live once. Let me see. Favorite candy. It was Reese's. I love like peanut butter. And I still do love like a peanut butter chocolatey ice cream. But lately I have not been feeling the candy. I don't know if my taste buds are just changing as I'm getting older. Right now I'm in like a caramel kick. I've been having the Cadbury caramel eggs. I also love like a caramello. So maybe that's my new favorite candy now. I don't know. Most anxious. My moments when I'm most anxious was when I was getting my license. Every time I had to get in a car, it was tough. I felt like there was an elephant sitting on my chest. I couldn't breathe. It took meeting Joe because he was very patient with me. He took his time with me. He took me on road lessons. I did that with him for quite a while, like maybe almost a year, almost 6 months for sure. Then I finally called a driving school and they took me on some road lessons. And like I said, it still gives me anxiety, but I do it when I have to. I literally basically only drive to and from work. But like today I had to drive to my brother's. There's obviously days I have to do errands. So I do limit my driving, but I'm proud of myself that I even got my license. Because for a very, very long time, I thought I was never going to drive. Best comfort food. Oh, mac and cheese. I love a big, beautiful bowl of mac and cheese. And a nickname your significant other called you, babe. I think it's weird when he calls me by my name. I'm not used to it. I never really hear him say my name. It's usually always babe, love, whatever. And then nicknames other people give me. I don't really have a nickname, but my baby cousins, not so much anymore, but when they were little, they used to call me Tay Tay. Um, uh, my brother, for a few years, he was really into, Lil Wayne, and he used to call me Taylor Gang, which I think, is that one of Lil Wayne's songs or something?
Taylor Gang.
Yeah. I think I had to do a Lil Wayne. I could totally be wrong. Or maybe it was Wiz Khalifa. One of those. For a little while, he was into rap. Now he's totally different. He's like diehard country. Like this was many years ago. He was in like high school. He had a prep phase. He had a emo phase. He had a skater boy phase. But for a while, he used to call me Taylor Gang. And then my old manager at my old job, because we used to sell liquor, there is a liquor called Taylor Flaggate, and it is like a more higher end liquor, and what she would call me Taylor Flaggate sometimes. But yeah, that's the only like nicknames I've ever really had. Yeah, so that is the first 25 questions. Like I said, next week I'll be doing the following 25 questions. Then the week after that, I have a really exciting collab. And then the last Monday of the month, I'm going to be doing if you guys saw, there was already some videos up today. It is the Chloe's Autism Awareness Collab, I believe is the title of it. There's a ton of ladies in it, so we are splitting it up, and we're doing a one group on each Monday of the month, and I took the last Monday of the month. So that'll be all my Mask Mondays of April. They are planned. I just need to get them filmed and get on the ball again. I'm hoping during April vacation, I can like pre-film a lot and be more organized again. I apologize, guys. I do post 7 days a week, though. It might not be the exact time every day, but it is always up. So if any of that interests you, definitely consider subscribing, hitting the notification bell. It's Mask Mondays, unboxings and hauls on Tuesday and Wednesday, book club on Thursdays. We're finally doing the review for the book for March. So it's the final video for that book, and then we'll start a whole new book next week. Friday is vlogs, Saturday is outfits of the week, and Sunday is self-care Sunday with Hope. I will leave the hashtag down below for the Autism Awareness collab if you want to start checking it out. Because like I said, it's going to be every Monday. If you just click the little hashtag, it'll lead you to all the videos. We're all doing something different. Some people are doing their own personal stories or facts on autism and stuff. And you guys know I used to specifically work in an ASD classroom. So I definitely have some stories I could tell. I'm deciding what stories I want to tell. And yeah, like I did mention, obviously, like the behavioral moments, and they were definitely there. But you guys know I loved that job. I never had anything bad to say other than it made me tired because I ran after kids all day. But it was so rewarding. I absolutely love those kids. I miss them so much. The old teacher still messages me from time to time. She actually just messaged me on Friday because it was one of our old students' birthdays, and she sent me a picture of him and his birthday hat. They threw a little party for him. So it means a lot to me that they still want to be connected to me. You guys know how much I loved that job, so I'll definitely be talking about that on my final Monday, Mask Monday. If you guys want to know the following 25 questions, check back next week. There's going to be a lot of fun Mask Mondays this month. Like I said, I'll leave the hashtag down below. I'll also tag Charmaine, since she gave me these questions, and she got them from Erica Conjure and Alice, I Love Being a Granny. They'll all be tagged down below. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. It helps the YouTube algorithm. But that is it for this video, guys. Be safe.